feel frustrated because you don't know how to increase your monthly income? Are you tired of having too much month left at the end of your paycheck? Imagine if you could. Release the fear and anxiety of never having enough. Live the life of your dreams, having fulfilled your life's purpose. Shower your loved ones, church or charity with the financial support they need, just because you can. People from all walks of life are turning to performance coaching to improve their lives and business success. You simply cannot do it on your own. Just as a sports team or chess champion needs a coach to stand by and believe in them, so do you, if you want to become the champion of your life. Paradigm Life Coaching is ready to guide and support you in realizing your wildest dreams and desires. We provide the tools and guidance you need to improve your results and income easily and effortlessly. Whether you are an entrepreneur, a sales manager, a dentist, a college student, or a lonely housewife, we can help you unleash the hero within. It's time to reinvent yourself. ParadigmLifeCoaching.net.
Hey ladies, it's Alta here from Bounce Forward. Do you secretly know it's time to do something about your ongoing distress? Do you hear the faint whisper of your innermost being encouraging you to get up from the doldrums of despair, but you just don't feel like it? Currently, you feel surrounded by uncontrollable darkness. You feel lonely. You are tired of wearing a mask and you want to give up. You are drowning in responsibilities and the pressure is getting too much. Therefore, despite your inner knowing, you choose to continue down this path filled with loneliness and anxiety, while your loved ones are totally unaware of your struggle. You believe no one cares, but no one knows. Thus, you continue suffering in silence and refuse to ask for help. I hear you. Well, you know what? If you continue thinking no one cares, while in fact no one knows what you are going through, your loneliness can only increase. Nothing will change if you continue pretending that all is well, while in truth your world is falling apart. If you wait until you feel like talking to someone about your depression and struggle, you may end up waiting forever. You see, it's not about the feeling. You don't have to remain stuck in sadness and depression because you don't feel like talking to someone. Allowing your feelings to dictate your thoughts and actions can never get you out of your state. To end the vicious cycle of feeling sad, doing nothing about it, and then thinking about how alone you are will not help you in any way. You see, your thoughts create your feelings. Your feelings produce your actions, and your actions produce results. Not the other way around. Therefore, you cannot wait to feel better before deciding and doing the right thing, asking for help. Listen, you have the right to a happy future. But your lot depends on your willingness to think better thoughts. Thoughts of a new beginning, a fresh start, a second chance. Will it take work? Sure. Will it be worth it? Absolutely. Once you decide to do that, PM me so I can guide you to the next sensible step. Have a great day. It's Alta here. Courses nowadays include a mindset section to remind you that you can achieve anything you put your mind to. Sadly, We tend to skip that part so that we can get to the strategy and the how-to parts of the course, which we hope will grow our business. That is where you have it wrong. If you do not create your success in the spiritual realm by using your higher faculties, your success will not manifest in the physical realm. Period. Never sell your soul for a bowl of lentil soup. Never. Know who you are, honor your values, and be true to yourself. Always. Been there, done that. I slaved away for hours, days, weeks, years. I lost sleep and missed family events to hopefully taste the level of success I sought. I failed. It didn't work. I learned you gotta first create an image of what you want in your mind. Hold the image there and then take inspired action in the direction of your goal. Hard work and hustling can only get you so far. Your breakthrough resides in your mind. It's impossible to succeed if you keep doing what you always did. You will not succeed if you keep thinking the thoughts you always thought, or if you keep doing what you always did. Einstein called that the definition of insanity. Let's get you out of the rut. Hi there, everyone. It's Alta here. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I hope you all watched part 1 of my short series, What You Must Do to Win More and Achieve More, which I posted yesterday. I trust you all completed the exercise, but to recap, I asked you to write on a piece of paper what you do not like about your life and results. I asked you to write about the things you dislike in as much detail as possible, and then to burn the page responsibly to mark the start of a new life with improved results. If you feel you need more time to complete the exercise, take another day or two to do so before moving on to today's activity. Today, I hope you will take a pen with a sheet of paper and write about what you do want. On this clean sheet of paper, write out what you would like to experience in the present tense. For example, you may start your piece with, I'm so happy and grateful now that I ... Suppose you want to double or triple your sales and turn your annual income into your monthly income. You may write, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have doubled and tripled my income in 6 months. It's lovely to see how my clients all pay in total upfront and always place their orders timely. I love to see how effective and efficient my service has become and how many happy clients I have attracted recently. If you aim to win a reward or a trophy, you may write, I'm so happy and grateful now that I hold this Agent of the Year trophy in my hands. I love receiving all the pats on my back, and it's exciting to know that I could indeed also reach the top of my game. Maybe you desire to be whole and live a fulfilling life with a new soulmate after your terrible breakup. Then you may write something like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I spend my days with a new loving partner. It feels wonderful to know we are a perfect match and that we have the same goal of loving each other through thick and thin. I love seeing the sparkle in my eyes and the fresh glow on my cheeks. I love the feeling of being loved and cherished. It doesn't matter what your aim is. Expand on it in a couple of sentences and focus on the feeling you are experiencing in the present moment with your goal achieved. Then feel free to post your writing in the group so we can all share in your expected joy. Well, that's all from me for now. Blessings to you all. I shall be posting part 3 of this series tomorrow, so be sure to check in and follow along. And if you have any questions, just drop it in the comments below. Have a super day. Bye.
Hi everyone, it's Alta here. What do you really want? If you could have anything you want on a silver platter, what would it be? And I'm not referring to what you think you can get. I'm also not referring to what you think you are worthy of. What would you love? Today I want to share a straightforward exercise with you to help you identify what you truly desire. So keep watching. Are you living a full life? Would you say you are thriving, or are you surviving? Do you expect to get what you want, or is your deepest desire a mere hope and a wish, a fantasy, one you believe is not meant to be? Did you know only 3% of the population live lives they love? Only 3% of people live in their dream home, drive their dream car, and donate to their favorite charity. In contrast, 97% of people do not know what they would love, let alone pursue what they desire. By the way, I don't believe you don't know what you would love. I believe you reject the desire before it has time to settle in and cause you to take the appropriate action. How do I know that? Because I've been there and done it. I don't want you to feel ashamed if you don't know what you would love. So many of my clients struggle to answer the question, what do you really want at first? It's common to meet people who became desensitized about their wants and wishes, buried deep in the abyss of their psyche. Let me share a simple yet powerful exercise you could do to determine what you really want. Every morning when you wake up, take a clean sheet from your notepad and a pen and write down 10 things you would really love to be, do, have, or give. Allow the words to flow or float to you. Don't force it. If you can only think of one thing, that's okay, as long as you allow yourself to think about it for a few minutes every day. Keep at it. Pretty soon, one page will not suffice for all the things you hope to be, do, have, and give. At first, it may feel difficult and uncomfortable to come up with things you really want, but that is okay. Remember, you probably buried your desires and dreams under a pile of limiting ideas. Allow it to surface. Keep at it. One day, out of the blue, a stream of life will break through the rock and flood your mind with everything you ever hoped and wished for. In time, one idea, dream, or desire will jump off the page, and that would be the one you should pursue first. For now, stop rejecting the phenomenal ideas that come to you. Instead, hold on to them, nurture them. There is an idea that wants to use you. Believe it. Wait for it. PM me if you would like to close the gap between where you are and where you want to go, so you can thrive instead of survive. Well, that's all from me for now. Blessings to you all. Don't forget to let me know what in the world I can do for you today. Bye.
Hey ladies, it's Alta here from Bounce Forward. Have you ever sat down and wished you could ditch your grief and sadness, even if it were for a split second? Oh, what you would give to ditch the sorrow for a fraction of a second, so you could experience the thrill of a good old belly laugh again. If you could experience the relief of being weightless on your shoulders. See your skin looking bright and glowing without the dark circles under your eyes, which became a permanent feature on your face. But you have no idea how to let go of the sadness, and you don't even have the strength to try. So you remain sitting there, staring, procrastinating, smothered in despair, grieving your lot in life, and feeling guilty for even desiring momentary relief. Order is heaven's first law. We got to learn to respect this order and work with heaven's first law when we hope to create a business or a life that leaves a legacy. We are spiritual beings living in a physical body with an intellect. You got to get the order right. Getting caught up in the physical mechanics could well mean your downfall if you do not cooperate with the larger part of who you really are first. Here are my top 5 tips for making a fortune. 1. Intentionally stop working to earn money to get by and start living to build a fortune. 2. Dream big, no bigger. Small dreams lack power and it won't stir your spirit. 3. Write, and I mean write your dream out in the most delicate details and record it on your phone to regularly listen to. 4. Listen out. The ideas to realize your dream will pop into your mind. And 5. Take action in the direction of your goal daily. Network marketing and business opportunities all contain a mindset module, so you believe your mindset is covered, right? However, you are struggling, you are stuck, While you are spinning your wheels, time is running out. Your upline seems to have cracked the code, but you are losing and are super frustrated. I see you. You better give yourself a fresh checkup from the neck up. There's no secret code to crack. You need an identity shift, period. And I can help you. Happy Friday, everyone. I want to share a few verses from Proverbs 3 with you today. What I love about this chapter is the promise given to those who desire and acquire wisdom. Wisdom promises what we all desire: a long life, riches, honor, and peace. I start in verse 13. Happy is the man who finds wisdom, and the man who gains understanding and insight. For wisdom's profit is better than the profit of silver, and her gain is better than fine gold. She's more precious than rubies, and nothing you can wish for compares with her in value. Long life is in her right hand. In her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are highways of pleasantness and favor, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who take hold of her, and happy, blessed, considered fortunate, to be admired is everyone who holds her tightly. Are you experiencing challenging times? Follow these 3 steps. Accept the situation. It is what it is. Someone hurt you. There's nothing you can do to undo it. Accept it. Then harvest the good. Deliberately choose what meaning you want to give the experience. You have the power. Use it. Decide to look for the good in the situation, and you will find it. Write the good out on paper and see your sadness shift into inspiration and gratitude lightning fast. Next, forgive and forget. Let yourself and the other person off the hook, and then act on the inspiration you received. I know this will help you. Your most recent professional or personal setback dropped you on the wrong side of the river of life. You are not a failure. You are only a failure when you stop trying, when you stop moving forward. Nothing can defeat you if you refuse your setback to overtake you. You have everything you need to succeed within you. So dare to utilize your innate greatness, as you are God's highest form of creation. Get up, fight back, and conquer. How to improve your life fast? Start by doing the little things right. It is the little things that in the end mean the most. Appreciate the little things like strolling down the road hand in hand with your partner and the tender, meaningful wink and smile at each other. Connect during the all-understanding, deep look into each other's eyes, which speaks volumes without words. Embrace those moments and see how those determine the other moment's energy in your life. How much longer are you planning to allow people to break you down to dust after the one mistake you made? Sure, you made a blunder and you regret your lack of judgment. But heck, isn't it time to move on and take back control? There is a place for you to fill and a role you must play for the good of humanity. All you need to do is discover your purpose and shed the shame and guilt of past errors. For you are God's highest form of creation, and the planet needs you.
Do you have a dream? Are you actively working to realize it? Or are you brushing it off as mere fantasy and allowing it to die a slow and painful death? Stay tuned. Look, I don't blame you if you gave up on your dream. School doesn't teach us to pursue our dreams. In fact, schools mostly suppress our imagination, and daydreaming is undoubtedly not allowed. Did you know only 5% of the population end up chasing their dreams, while 95% of people follow each other into dead-end jobs and dull routines just because society programmed them to lose their true selves during their forming years? Hi there, I'm Alta Nel. What in the world can I do for you today? I'm a success coach and director of Paradigm Life Coaching. I'm associated with the Proctor Gallagher Institute, and I help people streamline their success path radically. Today's message is for anyone who has a dream gnawing at their heartstrings, but they are too busy with the household, the kids, or the 9-to-5 job and pay no attention to their dream. Or they are too afraid to take the risk. They already have the whole dream planned out for when they feel they are ready to take the plunge. Or they are waiting for the right opportunity to show up before they will go for it. Imagine the feeling if you decided never to chase your dream. Imagine the sadness, the regret, the disappointment in yourself when you one day look back on your life and realize you never followed your heart and never pursued the fire in your belly. How much longer do you want to push your deepest desire to be more, do more, and have more aside? What is stopping you? Now imagine how you would feel if you did crystallize your innermost dream. Imagine the exhilaration, the sense of accomplishment, fulfillment, the pride, the gratitude, if you choose to wildly pursue your dream. How would it feel to sit on your porch, old and wrinkled, yet satisfied, knowing you did what you came here to do? You know, I buried my dream once. When I was 21, someone close to me told me that I had to grow up, for I was what he called a dreamer. He told me to stop dreaming as life was tough and dreaming wouldn't get me far. He advised me to step into reality as soon as possible. I was so shocked at the remark that I stopped dreaming at once. I stopped imagining a better life, and for the next 12 years, everything in my existence fell apart. You see, up to the age of 21, I could visualize what I wanted with ease. I knew what I wanted, I could work out a plan to get it, and I pursued what I desired until I got it. I managed to do it over and over and over again.
I was what you can call an unconscious competent. You may ask, why did I allow such a silly remark of my friend to push me off track? Surely I should have known better. Did you know there are only two ways in which our paradigms can be shifted? One, by constant spaced repetition, or two, by an emotional traumatic event. My friend's remark shocked me so profoundly that it shifted my paradigm at once. I recall the 12 years that followed that event to be the unhappiest years of my life. Luckily, I found my way back to my old self and have since grown and experienced tremendous results, for which I'm really grateful. If you have buried your dream in a dark and lonely place, I beg you to consider the following. Many clients, when they first come to work with me, are terrified of change. Our paradigms and programming do not like change and prefer to keep matters predictable and the same, as it thinks it is supposed to keep us out of harm's way. I agree. Change is not always easy, and the worst of it is getting started. But change doesn't have to be a negative experience. If you could see change as an opportunity to grow and stretch your self-inflicted limits, you will get so excited about your results that you will never resist change again. Change is inevitable, but personal growth is a choice. You see, it is your unconscious fear of change which causes your procrastination and delay in taking action on your dream. I advise you to embrace transformation, as only good can come from it. Listen, I believe in you. I believe in your potential to realize your dream. Borrow my belief in you if yours is too weak. I promise you, once you start seeing the vision taking shape, you will push all fear aside and pursue your dream like crazy. Do you doubt whether you are worthy of your dream? Do you doubt whether you are worthy of success? Do you doubt your ability to handle the wealth and the lifestyle you will afford when you finally go after what you want? Some people may say they know they are worthy of wealth and success, but their behavior and results indicate quite the opposite. You may say you are worthy of a high income, yet you check price tags, look for bargains, and undercharge for your products or services. Our self-worth controls 96% of our ideas, behavior, and results. Increase your self-worth and watch how fast you will begin to prosper. Low self-worth could easily be the reason why you aren't pursuing your dream. Please note, you're not alone. You are certainly one of many who believe they are unworthy of the type of success they are yearning for. Almost every one of my clients, myself included, had to overcome some degree of low self-worth at some point in time. You may have many other alibis for suppressing your dream, but today I encourage you to willingly embrace change and significantly improve your self-worth. I offer a 6-month step-by-step success coaching program called Thinking into Results, designed and compiled by the Proctor Gallagher Institute. Clients on this live coaching program see phenomenal results within only a couple of weeks. Some 10x their monthly income in as little as 3 months, and many others have turned their annual income into their monthly income. Now that punched you in the gut, correct? I personally saw superb results in the first 2 weeks on the program. I have since 50x'd my income in as little as 4 years, and I won several national and local awards during that time. Is it even possible, you may ask? It sure is. Why not give yourself a chance? Why not back yourself for a change? Bet on your ability to succeed and go out and make your dreams a reality in 2021. Click the link in the description if you would like to have a conversation with one of my team members about joining the 6-month live coaching program. In 6 months, you will need binoculars to see how far you've come. Ask yourself this question. If you don't do it now, then when? For more free training like this, please like and subscribe to my channel, as I am eager to serve you in the best possible way. You may also find the link to my private Facebook group, Paradigm Vibe Tribe, in the description below. I share lots of valuable exclusive information with my private Facebook group members. Well, this is all from me for now. Blessings to you all. I am Alta Nel. Don't forget to let me know what in the world I can do for you today.
Hi everyone, I'm Alta Nel from Paradigm Life Coaching. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for watching. If you are here, drop a comment and tell me where you are from. How long have you been a people pleaser? How long have you denied yourself the freedom to do what you love and pleasing yourself with what you really want from life? Think about it. How long have you been focusing on pleasing others instead of yourself? When last have you spoiled yourself? When last have you bought yourself a new pair of jeans instead of buying it for your daughter? When last have you given your dream a thought instead of helping others to fulfill theirs? I used to do just that for many years. I used to believe if I loved my family and my friends and my neighbor, I had to deny myself the little pleasures of life. I would rather please someone else instead of pleasing myself until the day I discovered the importance of self-love. I also found a scientific way to increase my self-worth permanently, and since I applied the knowledge, my whole life improved. Look, I'm a firm believer in loving your neighbor and being a good Samaritan, but helping others instead of helping myself often cost me dearly. Think about this for a moment. If you ever had the privilege of flying across states, you may have heard the flight attendant advising you to place the oxygen mask on yourself before you help any other passengers should an emergency occur. Similarly, the scriptures teach us to love our neighbor as we love ourselves, indicating you have to love yourself first before you can understand how to love a neighbor. If you are anything like I used to be, you have also tried to please others by denying yourself the right to a fulfilled life. Perhaps you gave up so much to gain the approval of one person whose approval would mean the world to you. But the person never accepted you for who you are, and you remained sad, blocked, and stuck. Sadly, an unbalanced desire to please another often leads to rejection, being taken advantage of, and zero self-respect, leaving you lonely, unfulfilled, and empty. People-pleasing has its roots in a low sense of self-worth. And if you do not improve your self-image and inner programming, rejection would become an ever-occurring pattern in your life. You see, your inner programming is called your paradigm. Your paradigm controls you by keeping you in line with the image you have of yourself. It runs your life on your behalf without your conscious input. It runs your days in and out, day in, day out, and it'll happen like that until you decide to change the paradigm. Your paradigm is sort of a program or a framework by which you automatically respond to the stimuli around you. You may ask, how on earth did you end up with a paradigm that holds you in bondage as a people pleaser? Surely you didn't choose that path. You are correct. You didn't choose it. So it's not your fault at all. Since the beginning of you in your mother's womb, and then as a baby and growing up, your environment and the people you grew up with, and later your thoughts and experiences shaped the program that now runs you automatically. There are only two ways in which a paradigm can form. One is by being exposed to other people's ideas and circumstances over a long period, and two, by an instant traumatic event, such as 9/11 or the sudden death of a loved one, for example. But the good news is you can change your paradigm if it doesn't serve you anymore. You can do it. If you are a people's pleaser and want to end the vicious cycle of rejection, you have to improve your self-concept. If you do, even a slight change in your paradigm could totally transform your life, your relationships, and your income. Yes, by updating your current outdated self-image, you could be living a whole new reality in a few short months from now. But it all depends on you. You are the only person who can alter your paradigm and improve your self-image. The ball is in your court. You can choose to remain a victim of circumstance and your environment for the rest of your life, or you could take charge of yourself and of your future today. Let me share a secret with you. You cannot change your future and end your battle with rejection by doing, thinking, and feeling the same you always have. If you want to see your circumstances improve, you will have to cause a shift in your paradigm. I would love to show you how to shift your current self-image into that of the person you really, really want to be. Do you know who you want to be? Feel free to reach out to me if you want to learn more. I hope you will have a blessed day, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.
It's so sad when the lack of money and other essential luxuries erodes relationships. I experienced lack and shortage for years. I used to work hard and long hours, but nothing worked for me until I changed my paradigm. I went on a journey of deep introspection and hired an expert to help me shift my mindset and prepare me to receive the abundance and results I was desperately seeking. The problem was never out there, and neither were the solutions. I've since dedicated my life to serving others with this fantastic transformational information. And it did wonders for myself and my clients, Kathy, Bev, Shaima, Rose. I know it will also help you. This I learned from my embroidery hobby. If you want to create a beautifully embroidered item, you've got to follow the rules. When you design the image you want to embroider, you must work within the machine's parameters. If your digitization is poor, the result will be poor. It works the same with manifesting your dream. Know the natural laws, work with the laws, and trust the machine, the universe, to bring to you precisely what you ordered. Your most recent professional or personal setback dropped you on the wrong side of the river of life. Apply willpower, not only to overcome and survive your current challenging situation, but to thrive despite the setbacks you encounter. And you will soon experience how fast closed doors will fling open before you, and how brilliant ideas on how to bounce back, or better yet, to bounce forward, will start revealing themselves to you. Many people believe money will solve all their problems, but it won't. Money can never permanently end your relationship problems, your business problems, improve your confidence, end your procrastination, or decrease your fear. You do not have a stubborn money problem, or a sticky relationship problem, or an unsolvable business problem. You have a paradigm problem. If you have loads of money, but your paradigm hasn't changed, nothing in your life will change. The anxiety caused by your failure to grow your business is keeping you awake at night. I can help you become the person who knows precisely how to run your business successfully. DM me. I was blessed enough to escape a life of abuse, of being the odd one out, of not being taken seriously many years ago. But I still recall how challenging it was and how much opposition I encountered while doing so. Do you know how I managed to get out of the clutches of relationships and circumstances that kept me down for years? I began thinking and behaving in a very specific way so I could get out of it. Want to do the same? Ask me how. Most people are unaware of the connection between the good they desire and the state of their inner self-image. Your inner self-image controls your income, your sales, your relationships, everything. If you want to up-level your lifestyle and grow your sales, you must realign your self-image to accept your new standard. Unfortunately, most people believe their self-image is set and one they could stick with for life. And it's not the case. You should update your self-image as you move along, or you'll get stuck. I know how to do this. Let me help you. Well, you know what? If you continue thinking no one cares, while in fact no one knows what you are going through, your loneliness can only increase. Nothing will change if you continue pretending that all is well, while in truth your world is falling apart. If you wait until you feel like talking to someone about your depression and struggle, you may end up waiting forever. You see, it's not about the feeling. You don't have to remain stuck in sadness and depression because you don't feel like talking to someone. Allowing your feelings to dictate your thoughts and actions can never get you out of your state. To end the vicious cycle of feeling sad, doing nothing about it, and then thinking about how alone you are will not help you in any way. You feel devastated, frustrated, and are losing grip. You have the product, the website, the ads, and the funnels. You are ready to make sales and scoop up the money, but the clients elude you. Your pipeline is as dead as a dodo. Is this business not meant to be? Are you destined for failure? Whoa, of course you can succeed, but you must stop looking for answers outside of yourself. This problem you must solve from within. Contact me for the solution. So imagine what your life would be like if you could wake up feeling refreshed, enthused, and empowered to take the world by storm. What if you could run instead of crawl and leap instead of freeze? What if you could find your footing and regain and grow your confidence, even if you are taking one step forward and 2 steps back? It all starts with a decision. All it takes is a decision to get up and show up for yourself as soon as possible after experiencing the loss. Once you decide to do that, PM me so I can guide you to the next sensible step. Have a great day. It's Alta here. It feels horrible, right? Well, you know what? If you only desire momentary relief from your ongoing sadness and sorrow, it not only spells disaster for yourself, but also for your health, your relationships, and finances. If you don't do everything you can and more to change your current emotional and mental state, you stand the risk of losing even more. If you are not committed to healing effectively as fast as possible, you will get weaker and weaker. And if you get weaker and weaker every day, it means your life energy is withering. You are dying. The name of the game is being able to effectively transmute your grief energy into something that would lift your spirit and help you win again. No marriage is without obstacles and bumps in the road. Committing fully to another person, regardless of your love for them, can be challenging. But of course, you don't know that when you say your I do's. Happy marriages aren't happy by a stroke of luck. Fulfilling marriages require work and a lot of it. Hi there, and thanks for watching. One common initial misconception among my marriage coaching clients is that partners grow simultaneously at the same pace and in the same direction. Unfortunately, that rarely happens, especially not by default. Being aware of this misconception may help you realize how important staying abreast with proper communication techniques is. Whether you just tied the knot or have been at it for decades, one thing is sure: a couple must deliberately and intentionally build their relationship. Therefore, you must develop and apply loads of patience to make a relationship work. Here are my top 5 tips for a happy marriage. Number 5 is compassion. Partners should have compassion for each other's experiences, feelings, and sensitivities. The less sensitive partner must commit to putting themselves in the more sensitive partner's shoes to understand what the person is feeling. Insensitivity or an unwillingness to observe the problem from your partner's perspective is a proven way to kill intimacy and trust instantly. Tip number 4, listening. The most challenging part of communication is listening with the intent to understand your partner's point of view. Listening attentively and calmly while your partner tells you what they find difficult about you or your point of view is never a walk in the park. Of course, it's customary to want to jump in and defend yourself, but it would be better to take a moment to reflect, to understand where this is coming from. Consider this: listening to understand rather than finding your gap to defend yourself is an opportunity to develop a deeper connection with your soulmate and for growth. Tip number 3, value each other's opinions within predefined boundaries. You fell in love and committed to each other because you are so different and you bring the best forward in each other. So why do you want to change your spouse into a replica of yourself? I assure you, once they become just like you, you will be bored out of your mind. Love is about getting to know your partner at the macro and micro levels and loving them even more once you understand the reason behind their worldview, not necessarily trying to change it, but trying to respect and love them despite your differences. Both partners are responsible for honoring and respecting their relationship's values and boundaries at all times. However, there are always certain lines that should never be crossed. Partners should clearly define those boundaries before committing to marriage and update them regularly as life happens. Without proper consultation, no partner has the right to force the other to disregard a preset boundary. Number 2, trust and openness. Your spouse is the one person on the planet with whom you should have a unique connection. In your partnership, trust and openness are 2 critical attributes you must commit to. It implies becoming vulnerable, but trusting that the person you love will respect and honor your willingness to open up. Needless to say, never use your partner's vulnerability against them ever. That will shut your partner's openness down like a clam. It's all about respect. 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 Tip number 1, forgiveness. No one is perfect and everyone errs. Let me repeat that. No one is perfect and everyone errs. But knowing each other at the deepest level makes forgiveness so much easier. Once you understand where the root of your partner's challenge or mistake lies, you will find it easier to forgive and support them. The key to forgiveness is sticking to the facts and not attaching your own narrative to your partner's behavior. However, if you spot a negative, repetitive pattern that causes yourself or your partner to err repeatedly, you should seek professional help. You see, the idea is to create an environment where each partner may be entirely true to themselves, coupled with the freedom to express what they think, feel, and desire without judgment and fear of rejection. Sure, this takes years to develop, but if you commit to it and set it as a goal, you will reach it, as sure as the sun will rise tomorrow. In conclusion, creating a happy marriage is a process and it doesn't happen overnight. It takes work. If you're looking to build a solid relationship, you must commit to it and do the uncomfortable. Some of the couples I work with initially believe that their personalities are fixed and that a person can't change. On the contrary, people can change. However, it takes an internal willingness to change. Why don't you check out my services page in the description below to learn how I can help you get your relationship back on track. I always love witnessing how exploring each other's more profound truths and values and convictions unifies couples and creates a closeness and a tenderness they've never experienced before. I'm Alta Nel. Blessings to you all. Sure, your devastating setback ushered in a low tide, a fall of some sort. And just like a low tide reveals the horrors of the coastline and lays bare the rocks and the hidden realities, so our setbacks show areas in our lives that need our attention. A setback may teach us a lesson about faith, the need to grow awareness, take more responsibility for our choices, or appreciate life more, whatever the case may be. However, the law of rhythm promises that high tide always follows low tide. Good times always follow bad times. So after every fall, we can get up. After every setback, you can get ahead. I love children, and I'm passionate about their well-being. The other day, I watched a couple forcing their nature-loving 7-year-old son to shoot at a deer on their friend's farm. My heart cringed in my chest. I spent some time with the boy prior to the ordeal and was amazed at his knowledge and understanding of nature and our responsibility to protect it. He told me he wants to become an archaeologist so he can determine what happened to the dinosaurs, as he wants to protect other animals from extinction. I was mesmerized by the boy's conviction. Still, a few hours later, his dad placed a gun in his hands and forced him to shoot a deer. The little boy was traumatized. Listen, we must study our children and learn what they are all about and honor their natures from the start. We must tread lightly in their lives and respect who they are meant to become. I raised 3 children and home educated them. One of them is a boy who is now a man, and a good man at that, but I never forced him to be someone whom he is not. If you want to learn more, you can follow me or join my Parenting on Purpose study group. The link is in my bio. You can raise winners, leaders, individuals who live on purpose from an early age. Check it out and join us. You will be so glad you did.
It's hard to navigate life when you lack confidence. The truth is, you don't enjoy saying negative, critical things to yourself. You don't really enjoy making negative jokes about your looks or abilities, and it's not nice to always think other people are so much better than you. When people lack confidence, they tend to wonder why they are here, what the purpose of life is, why they drew the short straw in life, and why life has to be so complicated for people like them. The question you need to answer is, were you born to live victoriously, or were you born to suffer and endure heartache all the days of your life? In this video, I will share 4 things you must know if you lack confidence, and I hope that it will pull you up from the doldrums of despair and give you hope. Hi there and welcome. I'm Alta Nel. Thanks for watching. So you lack confidence and you would love having more guts. You're not alone. Most people believe they lack confidence, and sadly, most people think nothing of it. Indeed, people are so familiar with having low self-worth that they accept it as part of their identity, while it is a trait that can be developed. Last week, I asked one of my clients if she could recall when she lost her confidence. She said she always had to work hard for what she achieved and therefore felt competent and able to do her work. But then one day, while in a heated argument, someone commented, "For a PhD, you're not really very smart." That was it. The statement shocked her and triggered a response that released a deep-seated fear, the fear that she wasn't smart enough to master a high-flyer corporate position. At that moment, the shock shifted how she saw herself and shattered her confidence. Since that day, she's been looking for validation that she isn't good enough for her corporate role. And of course, she found it. In meetings, when someone offered a valuable opinion, she would not acknowledge the person's contribution and kept quiet and beat herself up asking, "Why didn't I think of that? I'm really not smart enough." The good news is that you do not have to continue down this path. You can alter your course. It's never too late to do something about your lack of self-confidence. In fact, it's essential to reach for help when a lack of confidence interferes with your ability to get a good job, build a business, and earn the income you desire. Here are 4 things you must know if you lack confidence. Number 1, confidence is not the absence of fear. When we lack confidence, we compare ourselves with people who seem to be fearless. We watch people speak to large crowds, wear their hair as they choose to, start a business or share their message with the world, and we admire them. We assume they were born with confidence and wish we were so lucky. Seeing how fearless your heroes pursue their goals and how effortlessly they spread their message today, doesn't mean they were always that confident. On the contrary, they only decided to feel the fear and do what they wanted anyway. And if they were once terrible at speaking in front of a camera, or cutting hair, or cooking, or sharing their opinion, they pushed past the fear and practiced until they got better at it. Hear this. Confident people feel as much fear as everybody else. How much fear do confident people experience? As much fear as anyone else. However, they don't allow fear to prevent them from taking action. On the contrary, they acknowledge the fear, push through it, and use it as a sign that they are moving in the right direction. Number 2, lack of confidence is not your fault. Indeed, your lack of confidence is not your fault. So stop blaming yourself for being so fearful, reserved, and afraid to leave your comfort zone and denying yourself the right to live courageously. Like all newly born babies, you actively absorbed ideas from your environment subconsciously in the first 6 years of your life. For example, you absorbed what your parents thought about money, about your timely or untimely birth, your right to pursue a dream, ideas about your future, and the ability to care for you. But let's face it, not all caregivers are aware and know to tread lightly around their baby's subconscious mind. They said things during the heat of a quarrel and probably didn't mean it, but our subconscious minds could not reject any of those ideas. It cannot reject ideas. It can only accept ideas. Sadly, once you become more aware at the age of 6 or 7, you were already programmed with ideas around your worth. So you may sit there and wonder where your lack of confidence came from and what triggered it, and it might very well be that you inherited or absorbed it from your environment as a baby. So your lack of confidence may not be your fault. However, you must do the work to correct your programming and thereby change your life. Indeed, there are ways to do it. If you leave your low self-worth and lack of confidence conditioning as is, you will never reach your potential, never be brave enough to speak your truth, never step into your purpose, and silently disappear into the shadows. So, whose job is it to correct your programming if you lack confidence? That's correct. Yours. And what would happen if you don't do something about your low self-worth? You will never reach your potential, never speak your truth, never step into your purpose, and silently disappear into the shadows. Note, You do not have to remain a victim of unfavorable conditioning. You can change it. Number 3, confidence is a choice. Someone once said, fear is only false evidence appearing real. And both fear and faith requires you to believe in something you cannot see. So why choose fear instead of faith? And why choose low self-worth above confidence? Ultimately, it boils down to a decision to be confident anyway. Learning to live confidently after living as if you had no confidence will require reprogramming and some committed personal development. But you can do it. I won't try it without a mentor though, but with a proper guidance, you can develop your confidence rapidly. Decide to take control of your future. Commit to doing the work to update your subconscious programming and develop confidence and self-worth today. Number 4, you are more than your label. You are more than the label around your neck, indicating that you lack confidence. Since birth, we have loads of untapped potential meant to be developed. Confidence is the byproduct of careful nurturing, cultivation, and development of the trait. Confidence is what? A byproduct of nurturing, cultivation, and development of the trait. So if we lack confidence, does it mean we are doomed to live without it? No. We can develop confidence if we want to. Indeed, if your caregivers, parents, community, teachers, friends, and family failed to install confidence and self-worth in you, there are ways to change your programming starting today. Listen, God created you in His image. You are God's highest form of creation. In whose image were you created? God's image. You and I were blessed to have dominion over the fish of the sea, the birds of the heavens, the livestock, the entire earth, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, according to Genesis 1:26. As we were ordained to have such dominion, we must undoubtedly have the power to take on the challenge confidently. So ditch the low confidence label like a hot potato. It doesn't serve you anyway. Let me help you. In conclusion, the answer to my question, were you born to live victoriously or were you born to suffer and endure heartache, is obvious. We were born to live victoriously and confidently, honoring our worth. And if you believe anything other than that, you have to do the work to change that limiting belief. The 4 things you must know about lack of confidence are: number 1, confidence is not the absence of fear. Number 2, lack of confidence is not your fault. Number 3, confidence is a choice. And number 4, you are more than your label. If you are stuck in the doldrums of low self-worth and lack of confidence, commit to seeking help and doing the work to update your subconscious program and develop the confidence and self-worth you lack today. Do not let anything stop you from stepping into your power and purpose. I'm so grateful you visited our YouTube channel today. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will get notified when we load another video. Also, in the comments below, tell us where you are from, what you do for a living, where you are on your journey, so we can serve you with our video content. I would love to get to know you. Remember to check back into our channel as we bring you amazing content every week. Blessings to you all. Alta out.
You are very powerful. You have the power to create whatever you desire and the power to transform your world one thought, feeling and action at a time. You can rise from the ashes if you only permit yourself to do so. Sadly, many of us do not believe in our strength, are afraid of our power, or suppress it because we are scared it would smother others. But the world needs you. It's time to shine. I dare you, take courage, shake your sadness off and step into the life you are meant to live. Comment me below if you are ready to create, nurture, and transform.
You've been working your butt off, but you keep spinning your wheels. You have a great product and others in your niche are getting rich. However, you think there is something wrong with you. I see you. 90% of people trying to create a profitable business through network marketing, forex training, or online sales never make it. But with a few adjustments to their inner self-image, they shift their results completely. I have the solution. DM me if you need help. However, the law of rhythm promises that high tide always follows low tide. Good times always follow bad times. So after every fall, we can get up. After every setback, you can get ahead. If you learn to embrace this law while suffering a setback, you can rest assured, trust and know that your low tide shall pass. Indeed, when you are at your lowest low, you can find comfort in knowing that the wheels of life always turn. How to overcome discouragement, passivity, and overthinking. Could this be happening to you? Are you battling with overthinking and passivity? Are you already failing at the start? If you have loads of brilliant ideas but are too afraid to implement them, stay tuned. You are built for action. You may think of yourself as a passive onlooker as you witness others live their dream, take calculated risks, and grow in leaps and bounds. But you were not born to be passive. You were born for action. Hi there, I am Alta Nel. I believe in a world where people have the right to live a life they love, enjoy the freedom to love what they do, and embrace their right to love who they are. I help people heal their past, embrace their present, and create their future. From before your birth, you were active. You had big plans. You were eager to develop, grow, and start your life. I remember how active each of my 3 kids was when I expected them. They were moving about and kicking and stretching. They were excited to be born. Under normal circumstances, you would have been the same. After birth, you kept your parents awake at night. Well, mine certainly did. They kept me awake for hours. They did not cry a lot. They were not really cranky at all. They only enjoyed being active. They used every waking moment to play and embrace life. As a baby, you were goal-driven. You knew what you wanted, whether it was milk, a dry nappy, or a cuddle. Around the age of 6 months, your goal was to sit. Within the following 3 months, you aimed to crawl. And another 3 months after, your goal was to walk. Man, you meant business with life. You wanted to get going. Think about it. Unless your development was a tad slower than your peers, you did not suffer from passivity. You responded to your innate determination to get things done. A few years down the line, a school probably throttled your free-spirited determination. You were most likely not allowed to set your own goals anymore and were certainly not allowed to follow your heart. They expected you to fall in line and conform and suppress your will to stay out of trouble. You quickly realized that you had to complete elementary school, secondary school, and college as fast as you possibly can if you ever want to be free again. So you did everything that you could to get the job done. Do you get it? Every time dissatisfaction and frustration with the status quo crept in, it spurred you to grow and reach greater heights. You've been doing this without thinking since before you were born. You used to be an active goal setter and goal getter, whether you were aware of it or not. The question is, why are you overthinking stuff now? Why have you become the passive bystander? You see, you think you have lost your innate ability to start something new, but you haven't. The desire that caused you to grow is still inside of you. The desire to be more, do more, and have more may be suppressed, but you will find it if you dare to look for it. You may hesitate to act, overthink stuff, and passively resist all risk, but it is not your true nature to do so. I remember how I had to overcome passivity, overthinking, and discouragement myself. You see, a few people close to me discouraged me from going after what I wanted, and naive as I was, I obeyed them. I stood back, lay low for a year or two before I woke up to the truth. Those years were the worst years of my life. Maybe someone you trusted discouraged you also. Perhaps someone's words caused you to dim your light, to take a step backward, to sit down and know your place, as I did. Perhaps other people caused you to resort to a mediocre existence of being average while you knew you have so much.
Do you feel frustrated because you don't know how to increase your monthly income? Are you tired of having too much month left at the end of your paycheck? Imagine if you could. Release the fear and anxiety of never having enough. Live the life of your dreams, having fulfilled your life's purpose. Shower your loved ones, church or charity with the financial support they need, just because you can. People from all walks of life are turning to performance coaching to improve their lives and business success. You simply cannot do it on your own. Just as a sports team or chess champion needs a coach to stand by and believe in them, so do you, if you want to become the champion of your life. Paradigm Life Coaching is ready to guide and support you in realizing your wildest dreams and desires. We provide the tools and guidance you need to improve your results and income easily and effortlessly. Whether you are an entrepreneur, a sales manager, a dentist, a college student, or a lonely housewife, we can help you unleash the hero within. It's time to reinvent yourself. ParadigmLifeCoaching.net